All right, welcome to our video for today. Welcome to Team Eagles International. We are the fastest growing team all over the world because we've been able to develop a system, and our system is divided into two major parts: the trading system and the team building system. And with the trading system, we have been able to come up with two main strategies. The first one is the solo trading and also the passive trading. Maybe in our next videos that you'll be listening for the next 90 days, today is the third day, you'll basically and purely be exposed to the different maybe passive and team building strategies, our system that we have as a team. So basically today we are still continuing with our tutorials on the trading view. And yesterday, just to give you a recap, is that we were talking about the indicators, because we are talking about the indicators, and now basically today let us start from how to separate your profits from your capital, because I know you were able to trade yesterday and maybe you are this kind of person who says no, whatever I earn, I want to put it aside. So let us start from there. So we shall go to our Royalq first and foremost. We shall go to our Royalq application, and then we shall be able to look at the profit. For example, $15. So $15 that were made, okay, today so far. So what we do, we come to our Binance account. All right, come to our Binance account, and basically I've just traded again, but basically if we have USDT, you come on transfer, then from spot, like you see, from spot to funding. Then where there is BTC, there is an arrow. We tap on the arrow and then we choose USDT and we put in the profit. Maybe you made $15, all right? You type in $15. Me, I'm already using that money. I love using my profits to trade again. But if this kind of a person wants to separate your profits from your capital, then you will tap and then you'll be able to transfer your profits to your funding wallet to separate your capital from your profit. But me, I love using my profits to trade again. Okay, to trade again. Okay, so that is the first thing. The second thing I want to talk about is to, whenever we are trading on exchanges, we pay what we call taker fee and marker fee. So taker fee and marker fee are some of the things that we pay basically and purely. We pay taker fee and marker fee whenever we trade on Binance and also on Hobby. So when we tap on home, right? When we tap on home, sorry for that. When we tap on home, which is down here, then we tap on top here. Okay. When we tap that side, all right? So we tap there, you can see basically, okay, you can see basically that here there is this thing saying use BNB to get discount. All right, use BNB to get discount. And when we tap on it, it takes us to this page that you can basically see very well where you need to tick. Okay, where you need to tick use BNB to pay fees. All right, so instead of you paying 0.1 as marker fee and 0.1 as taker fee, you will now be able to pay 0.075. all right, so you need some BNB to make this happen. But remember, if you provide your referral ID, okay, when you see here there is my referral ID, I hope you see it. You see it is here, my referral ID. When you tap on your referral ID, all right, here you can be able to see that once you provide your Binance link to someone, okay, when you tap on your referral ID and you provide your Binance link to someone, you see now once you open, they come through. But usually I love long-term business than short-term gains, all right? Okay, because most people focus on short-term gains. You can see that there is a light referral and there is standard referral. and here there is invite a friend. So don't go into the light referral, right? If you want sustainable profits, come here on standard referral. Okay, so I will basically cancel this, and then we shall go on standard referral. That's where we put our focus. And basically you can see that this person who is seriously referring is Binance ID. He has so far collected 13 bitcoins. All right, so what you do personally is you come here and you tap on referral link. All right, referral link, and referral link like you see there. So when you copy, maybe I copy my referral link, and maybe let me see if I could have someone to give the referral link. All right, so let me see. So maybe I give him this one, my referral link. Okay, then I tell him, all right, register Binance. It means as he will be using the Binance to run his business, I'll be receiving some commission. Right now, let's move away from there, and let's now return to the main page. So here on wallets, you can see we have take a fee and a marker fee. Right, hope you can be able to see that very clearly. Take a fee and marker fee, and you see we have these small assets. So when you tap on here, this area where it says convert small assets to BNB, that's the most important thing. All right, so we cancel this convert, so we tap on convert small assets to BNB. Now you need to make sure that these assets you are converting, you are not trading those coins. Maybe some of you are trading with $10 or $15. Sometimes they might appear here, so make sure you're not trading them in your exchanger. So I will tick all, then I will convert. So as my trades will be happening in my exchanger, for example, as my trades will be happening in my exchanger, try to refresh. Right, as my trades will be happening in the exchanger, you see that Binance will be cutting its take a fee and marker fee from my BNB. So that's how you gather those dusts that have been remaining on every trade, put them in BNB, and able to use that to pay your take a fee and marker fee in your Binance. And also the same happens with Hobby. Now let's go back to our topic for yesterday. By now, we believe that you now know how to separate your profits from your capital. Now we believe that you know how to convert your small assets to BNB in Binance to pay take a fee and marker fee, and also convert your small assets to HT, the Hobby token, into your Hobby account. Now the reason why we talk about indicators, because we want indicators to help you take decision. And so if we are able to look at what we are able to learn yesterday, basically, let me first save my charts. I'll talk about that later. And then let me clear my screen. Let me remove all indicators and drawings. All right, let me remove all indicators and drawings, and here is this coin. Yesterday we were able to look at specific indicators that I want to just drop in here, and the first indicator we talked about that we had put on our favorite list is, ladies and gentlemen, the T3 ribbon, right, that I have pressed in right now, and we did its settings, and in the 15 minutes time frame usually saying get into the market. Right, the other second indicator we were able to be able to look what, ladies and gentlemen, is the auto FBI retracement. The auto FBI, oh no, not that one. Okay, not that one. All right, maybe later. Let me cancel and remove it. Okay, let me cancel and remove it. We talked about that. Okay, we talked about the true strength indicator in our previous tutorial, and we were able to set it up. Maybe I didn't save it, so let me be able to set it up again. Okay, this is 2.5, right? Okay, now the style, all right, the style. Okay, this is blue. Okay, then this is red. All right, we did this yesterday. I think now I didn't save. All right, so keep this line, then this we keep it line. All right, I hope this we did yesterday, so I'm just making sure I return. All right, so this is our indicator to help us. So we're able to talk about these two indicators, and basically we said that for the true strength indicator, once it closes, it crosses the line like here, and it gets above the line, it means there is high volatility, there is high price. And that was one of the things we were able to talk about yesterday, and we really did our best to make sure that you are able to understand that. And we talked about those important aspects when there is high prices, high volatility, because that shows that the market is really having an upward movement, into the market. All right, okay, so we're able to talk about high volume, high volatility, high prices, and when it crosses below the zero line, it means there is low volume, low prices, and low volatility. I'm talking about the TSI, this one here, which we call the true strength indicator. All right, so we were able also to say yesterday, right, that we can be able to look at use this indicator, basically this one, to show us the direction of the market. Like for example here, inch, the green arrow is pointing, on a green candle saying join the market right now. And at the same time, if we bring up the TSI that you can see here, the true strength indicator, you see it has already crossed the line. But if you can look very clearly to our indicator, it shows very clearly these two are pointing up. You see this area, the junction here where the blue crosses the red indicator, and the market is really moving up. All right, so let's basically get into these few details. Okay, now those were the two indicators we were able to look at. The other one is the pivot points, because we cannot be able to have more than 3 indicators on one screen. I'll basically now today introduce you to another indicator. And the indicator I want to talk about today is known as the auto FBI retracement. So maybe the question could be, Julius, how do I put in that indicator? You come here where you see this word called technicals here, right? Where you see that word technicals, tap on technicals and you search auto Fibonacci retracement, FB retracement, right? And maybe let me remove this not to cause confusion. Retracement. So what you do, you tap on it, star, then you tap on it once, so it will appear in your screen. And once it gets in the screen, basically it doesn't look like this. Let me just return it out. It looks like, right? Then I can get you into the right settings. Okay, so once you have it into your screen, like you see my screen here, this is just the movement of the screen. So you just put in your fingers. It's one of the most confusing things to people. So it means I'll put my finger here and here, then try to bring them together. So if I want to lengthen to see it very clearly, I'm also might put here in the numbers here and there and move it. Right? I hope that one is okay. All right, now when I widen the indicator like this, we can see our arrows from we can see our arrows from the TSI. All right, so we're now looking at the auto the total retracement. All right, so let's get into the settings. So what do we do? Remember, like I said yesterday, you see here there is an arrow. So what we do, ladies and gentlemen, is just a few things. What we do first, we shall tap on the indicator itself, and the indicator is here. All right, I hope you can see it very clearly. It is this one. Okay, that is the indicator. And so we tap on it. Then once we tap on it, basically, it takes us to this area where we have this one, that wheel basically. Okay, so that wheel means settings. So we tap on settings, and now when you tap on settings, we go to input. Now basically, look very clearly here. You see this area where there is values, and this area where there is left. We shall tap on this arrow and this arrow here on values and there. So what do we do? So we tap where there is values and give it %. We tap where there is left and give it right. So this is how now our indicator shall have % here and shall have right here. Right. So the next step is to tap on these 3 dots down here, save as default, and tap OK. Right, so I'll come tap here, save as default, then press OK. Never leave any indicator without saving as default. This was built on Microsoft Excel, so you don't need to lose your settings. Now, like you see, this is how our indicator will look like. And basically, before we continue, we shall come down here. Before we interpret the indicator, we shall come down here and save as save. Every time we must be able to save our work. Right, now this is our indicator. You see, this indicator has lines, and these lines we use them as support and resistance. Okay, these lines you see here, we use them as support and resistance. So we use these lines as support and resistance. All right, so we use these lines as support and resistance. What do you mean, Julius? All right, okay, so for example, I just want to use a scenario here. So for example, I'll use a scenario here. Okay, all right, now look at this line. If a candle like this one starts up, then it forms a candle above the line. It means that is the support it has provided above that line. So it means it will move until it crosses the next line. You see, like it moved from this line and crossed the next line. So if it breaks through the next line, it means and forms candles, it will be going to this will be its resistance up here. So if you join on one line, right, let me just cancel this. If you join a trade on one line, for example, let me just get this up. So if I join, for example, here, and I see candles are being formed, on the 38 line, which is this one here, it means I'll be confident that now this is the support. It will be going to the next line, so I'll take this trade. And if it breaks the second line, you see, I'll be sure that it will be going to straight to the other line. So I'll be waiting until maybe it touches the upper line. So really these lines, like you see, work as support and resistance. So you see, this was the new resistance. It fell and the market went down up to here. So it means the market is still going up to this top line here. So it will try to break the upper resistance. Right, so that is basically how we can be able to interpret that area. So we say if candles are formed, if green candles are formed on the 100 line, you are sure that it's going to 78. So you can usually say, okay, it stays here, so I'll take profit at the 78 line. If the candles are formed on the 78, so it means you'll take profit until you reach the 68 line. Like, I hope you get it, the 68 line. All right, you understand it? The 68 line. Then don't consider the 50. 50 is when the market is in the doubt area. It's when the market is in the doubt area. All right, so you consider 78, 100, so leave the 50, 38, 23, and 0. right? I hope that is very clear, right? I hope that is very clear. All right, now let's get into the indicator itself. Now, when we are using the the Fibonacci indicator, we must change our candles. So we shall tap on these down lines, these ones. We should not use the auto FBI by using the hashing ash candles. We must change our candles to the normal candles. So we shall tap here and we go to the chart type, then we choose the normal candles. Beautiful. Because the normal candles give us the current price. These are the normal candles. These are the normal candles. Also, if we are trading, like we said, we need to consider always the longer time frames, all right? The longer time frames, all right? Okay. Now, there are some two things I want us to note that are very important with this indicator. We use this indicator, one, to set up preset prices, which we shall be talking about in the near future. But now let's go a little bit. We have talked about support and resistance of these lines. The other time talked about the candles, all right? We talked about the candles. Now we want to talk about something different. And we are saying, I want you to clearly and keenly look through this indicator. When I widen it, right, you can see very well there is a diagonal dotted line. There's a diagonal dotted line, ladies and gentlemen. There's a diagonal dotted line. And this diagonal dotted line comes from here, and it moves up to here. I hope you can see down around there, this area here. Okay, that is that diagonal dotted line. I hope you can be able to see it very keenly, the diagonal dotted line. Now down here you see there is a 0, and up there there is 100. I would recommend the longer time frames, because it's only in the longer time frames, these gentlemen, that we can be able to basically and purely make good, amazing profits. All right, so it is important for us to understand that once you find a trade that is touching that area, all right, when you find a trade, right, that is touching that area, what we are basically trying to say is that if you find 0, let me repeat this statement, and I make sure that 0, when 0 is down and 100 is on top, like you see here very clearly, 0 is down and 100 is on top. I hope you see it. It means that the previous trend, this one, was a downward trend, and now we are having an upward trend. Hello, let me repeat. When you find a trade, when 0 is down and 100 is on top, it means the previous trade was a downward trend. Now we are on an upward trend. Now, like we say, we want to maximize profits when the market is getting down. We want to make sure that we have the power and the ability to time the market, because trading is timing the market. So, like I said, make sure if you are using the Fibonacci, make sure you are using the traditional candles, because they print prices at the current price. Because the Fibonacci helps us to determine the trend of the market. So the previous trend was, ladies and gentlemen, was a downward trend. Now it is an upward trend. Don't use the Fibonacci. If you decide to trade in the 4 hours time frame, then you see, let me check it up in the 1 hour. It might be a different trend. So I would advise longer time frame if you decide to use the Fibonacci indicator. Now, it is the opposite. Once you find 0 on top and 100 down, it means the previous trend was an upward trend, and now we are into a downward trend. If you find now the other way, 0 is here and 100 is here, it means the previous trend was an upward trend. Now we are having a downward trend, and this is the time you need to be very happy. If you come on the 4 hours time frame and find 0 on top and 100 on the bottom, you need to be very happy. Why? Because now, ladies and gentlemen, it means that the previous trend was an upward trend, but now it's a downward trend, meaning the market is getting down to touch. The market is getting down. Now it's an upward trend, like you see. 0 is down, 100 is on top. The previous trend was a downward trend. Now, I want you to imagine that yesterday you came here, like I'm just putting in my finger. On the 26th, you came here during the downward trend and found this dotted line touching 0. Let me take a screenshot to show you. You came here on the 26th and found the downward trend. The downward trend when 0 is on top and 100 is down here, and you picked up this trade. On the 0 line, you picked the price, because here is the price usually. It moves to the price here. And you picked this trade from around the 0 line. So how much profit would you have made today? That's where I want to go. How much profit? Let me just pick the price range. All right, so I pick it from here. Maybe you came and picked your trade from this one here, stayed in. Ladies and gentlemen, today as we speak right now, on inch only, you would have made 17%. Even more than that, this is close to 18%. Now that's what we are talking about, right? When you find that 0 is on top and 100 is on bottom, look at this dotted line down here. Let me just show you again. Look at the dotted line, this one. When the market is getting down, this must be your most exciting area to find a trade that is touching the 0 line. The 0 line. So the 0 here, you find the 0 is here, the 100 is down, it means it's a downward trend. Now you pick your trades on the 0 line, or you preset your trades on the 0 line, and be patient. And be patient. Ladies and gentlemen, you will win big massively, because the trade that will touch down here, it will basically and purely now have an upward trend, and purely and basically you'll be able to win your trades. So that is the auto FBI retracement. We also use it so much once you are setting your preset prices, which will be one of the topics that maybe I'll handle in the next video. Thank you so much for spending 30 minutes to watch this video. And on the behalf of Team Eagles International, we are proud to work with you. We are proud to have you onto our team. And basically, in our next tutorial, in our next video, we shall basically take you through how you create preset prices, and basically and purely not only look at how you create preset prices, how you can set your trades, how you can provide the instructions to your robot and be able to win big time. So today we were able to have 3 indicators in play, like you see basically here. If you had joined using our indicator, all right, using our T3 ribbon indicator, you can see it was showing you up here on this green arrow to join the market. It was showing you here to basically and purely join the market. But you see also if we could look at this scenario here, if you had taken your trade, you see here was the junction, and here, ladies and gentlemen, it was showing you to enter the market. So if you had used these two indicators, even without the auto FBI, you would, ladies and gentlemen, have made some good profit. So that's why we are saying we have the best winning strategy. So if you want to take off the one shot, listen to our videos, take decision, and get started. We are ready to serve you. We are ready to help you to make sure that you win big time. So my name is Julius Kabanda. I come from Uganda. I'm a crypto enthusiast. I'm a business coach, and we are building great people over the world that are ready to impact the world. So if you are not part of our team, and basically someone sent you this video, get back to that person that has sent you this video, and you can be able to be part of our team group. We have a billionaires WhatsApp group, we have Team Eagles International Telegram group, and we also have Team Eagles International Facebook group. And basically you can be able to find us on all those platforms, as a gentleman, where we are ready to serve you, where we are ready to make sure that you can rock big percentages from the market all the time as a professional. We focus on the skill because we believe as a team that if we give you the skills, we can be able to create a community, because we have a mission, and our mission, ladies and gentlemen, is financial freedom. The financial freedom that is going to be provided by an automatic trading bot called Royalq. But you know, having Royalq, you also need to have particular skills, particular mindset, ladies and gentlemen, and also particular mentorship. So as a team with different team leaders all over the world, over 17,000, close to 18,000 leaders all over the world, from different continents, from Asia, from to America, to Africa, to all continents, ladies and gentlemen, all over the world. We are ready to serve you with our leaders. So get back to the person who invited you. Please register, activate your robot, stick to our system. Maybe you decide to be a solo trader, maybe you decide to be a passive trader, and also be able to have a magnitude of others trading with you, and you are on our road to financial freedom. Thank you so much. I hope this video finds you in the right time, in the right place, where you can watch it and be able to attend also our morning sessions on our Zoom that we provide every single day. And today, being a Thursday, we are going to be looking at how you become a perfect solo trader. So thank you so much for listening to this. I believe God will be amazingly allowing you to activate your robot, provide trading capital, because it's you in charge of your money. You never give your money to anyone. Run away from returns on investment. Run away from ads. Run away from people who promise you heaven and earth, yet they can under-deliver. So stick to the system, because we have a proven system that we have tested for 1 year and now close to 2 months. Basically, me as a person, and I've basically been able to make myself over $75,000. I believe this is your time, ladies and gentlemen, to be part of our system. I've seen my top leaders make close to $2 million in the next 1 year, close to 8 months. So 1 year, close to 3 months in a business, 1.8 in the same range, and different people making over 600,000, 500,000, and so regularly. I want to tell you, you have an opportunity that has the power not only to make you wealthy, but has the power to retire thousands and thousands of people in your generation. So thank you so much, and I hope you have a perfect Thursday, and keep on following, and register, activate your robot, and get started with us.